What's up guys? This is a RUIZ Productions! Good day everyone! Welcome for another day to learn, share, and express our thoughts into the world. This series is all about educational vlog wherein we're going to discuss and talk about competition being used as a teaching strategy. To start this series, let us first define the meaning of competition. According to web.calcetela.edu, competition is a contest in which two or more people are engaged, where typically only one or few participants will win and others will not. Competition exists when there is an scarcity of a desired outcome. Individuals or groups are then positioned to vie for the attainment of that outcome. For example, team athletics. Two teams engage in a sport for the goal of winning. Coincide, Dr. Sylvia Rim, a director of the Family Achievement Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio, stated that competition can be a great motivator for the students in certain circumstances. Meaning, in some cases and situations, competitions inside the classroom could enhance and boost a student motivation and eagerness to do more and work hard more. In my experience, being competitive will somehow change you from being an indolent person into an assiduous person. For example, if you have a crush on your gorgeous classmate and then you also found out that your other classmate has a crush on her too, and now there will be an competition that might happen. Of course, you want to impress on your crush, you want to captivate her attention, and in order to make it possible from being an passive student inside the class, you will now become an active student. You will now exert efforts towards your activities and performances in order to ensure that your crush will fall for you and not for the other one, your competitor. And that is one of positive impact in having a competition inside the classroom. But guys, let us focus more on the competitions that are generated by the teachers. Examples of these competitions are simulations of different famous shows and contests here in our country. Examples of this are Pilipinas Got Talent, The Voice, and many other variety shows that could give an opportunity for our students to showcase their unique and authentic talents and skills. Also, the flashcards, wherein the first to raise the right answer could win and get the point. So those are common examples of competitions that are generated by the teachers. And here are notes of Dr. Rim that emphasizes several benefits in teaching healthy competition. And while she acknowledged the motivation of winning and being the best in a competition, she also explains how the experience of losing is important for the students. She explains that when failure occurs, they can identify the problems, remedy the deficiencies, and reset their goals and grow from their experiences. Meaning, not only the winners are the one that would benefit in a competition, but also the losing team, because losing in competition is also an opportunity to evaluate, analyze the mistakes and lapses and shortcomings of the team, wherein they could work on it, improve those mistakes and weaknesses, and for that they might have a big comeback and could win the next competition. So there are many values and positive attitudes that the learners could gain in a competition inside the classroom. She also added that even the main focus is on helping the students to feel successful, it is also necessary for the students to feel and learn from their loss. Moreover, those are the positive and advantages of using competition as a teaching strategy. And now guys, we do not have to sugarcoat or having some glittering generalities in order just to cover up the weaknesses of competition. We have to admit that this teaching strategy has also pitfalls and weaknesses. But again, it is good to know the weaknesses and pitfalls of this strategy in order to be prevented and to be addressed. So here are some negative impacts of competition as an instructional strategy. First is competition motivates only high-achieving students in the class, but it is demotivating in other cultures or when it is used with gender, and it decreases bilingual students' learning potential. Second is, through competition in the high-achieving students in the classroom is mitigated by the students in the classroom who see this strategy as a showcase of their lack of ability. Third is, lower achieving students in the class who avoid demonstrations of their ability because they think that they cannot compete at a higher level, and it results to the nullifying any positive effect in the class. Fourth one is, competition can bring out behaviors that we don't want to happen inside the classroom, such as students becoming upset and unmotivated instead of creating a lesson or a classroom that is engaging. Fifth one is that the gender divide will provide an additional method for competition to damage students' success when it is used in mixed classrooms and creates gendered methods and norms. So those are the weaknesses, disadvantages, and pitfalls when using competition as a teaching strategy or instructional strategy. And in order to prevent and avoid these situations that we do not want to happen inside the classroom, competition strategy in teaching should be improved and modified. So I'm going to introduce new concepts of competition as a teaching strategy in order to remove and eradicate the disadvantages of this strategy. First is, the teachers should only use this kind of strategy if it is really appropriate to use, considering the abilities of the students and the relevance to the topic. Because if it is used inappropriately, the results could be the disadvantages, according to Correll et al. 2018. Another one, according to Dr. Spencer Kagan, students who work alone in competition, others might think that she is studying differently from them, or they might think that he or she does not read often or as well. And my perspective on this Dr. Kagan's statement is that competition must be partnered by collaboration. The teachers who uses this kind of strategy must come up with new concepts and activities that involves collaboration among the students in order to distribute the pressure and the workload into the members of a group. And this means that if the students will receive a workload and a little pressure, that the student might enhance or build an attitude of being responsible and having a work ethic and teamwork. And in order that group would become successful, the workload must be distributed according to the different roles and capability of the members. And now, because the members has different kind of roles, the students will now become motivated to work as a team. In other words, the collaborative competition then make it much easier for the students to come up with good ideas and excellent performances. Also, it makes much easier for the teachers to assess the students who otherwise might never have been able to participate. By adding an element of collaboration towards competition, the teachers can now bring back the students who would have fallen through the cracks and thereby ensure significantly more learning for our students. Almost all teaching strategies has weaknesses, and in order to avoid it, we must first unveil and find the problem. Competition as a teaching method is effective if care is taken. Modifying competition and keeping the needs of our students in mind are recommended methods to use competition as a teaching method. The use of competition as would like toxic paint or an electric power tool. It can produce beautiful results, but unless we take great precautions, or else we will regret putting it in the hands of young people. If it seems harmless, it is because we do not perceive the threat clearly. We need to be just as safety conscious. Use the tool of competition sparingly and with care. Quote unquote, Dr. John Chandler. That's all, guys. Thank you for sharing your time. Thank you for listening. And see you again to our next vlog. Peace. This is a RUIZ Productions.